Have you been seeing that a lot of people seem to have like this perfect morning routine? It incorporates like everything. They wake up, they make their bed, they have a cold shower. After they do like a workout for 30 minutes, then they meditate and journal. They have this healthy breakfast. Subsequently, they actually plan out their day, and then they have a very productive day ahead of them. Yep, if you don't already know, my name is Bao. On this channel, we talk about wholehearted living, things that are hard to talk about. But today it's a little bit different in that I just thought like this is a problem that I struggle with. Honestly, every time I see videos of morning routines, like it may feel a little unrealistic. I was having this problem with super low energy in the mornings. It's an every morning thing. I was feeling super depressed. My mornings are just so unproductive. So I started to Google what I should incorporate in my morning routine, and I started to see YouTubers showing us their perfect morning routines, and then I got really overwhelmed. I started to do some experiment on my own. I decided, we're all different, so our morning routines should be different also. We grow as people, right? We will change our morning routines as we grow. Today we're gonna design and build a morning routine that's just for you. So we want this to be a long-term morning routine, so don't be afraid of screwing up. But that's why I will be giving you a step-by-step guide to start your morning routine. At the end of it, I will give you some tips on how you can incorporate tiny small steps into your morning routine. These are tips that have helped me a lot. Your circumstances will change, and definitely your morning routine will change. I'll give an example. When I just started to stay over at my boyfriend's place, there are times when I definitely can't follow through with my morning routine, okay? But like when I'm not sleeping over, then I just get back to my morning routine at home. So like it's more like a habit thing. Like I don't really feel like making my bed or doing my morning routine when I'm over at his place. You definitely have to think about how far take this. Like don't beat yourself up if you don't complete like a day. I mean, our life is not just like check boxes, Without further ado, we shall get right into it. So I have it all in this book. I'm selling it maybe like $1,000. Kidding. Step 1. List out all the morning routine actions that you have read about and you are inspired by and you may want to do. So you're gonna list them out like one by one. So I'm gonna list maybe like here. Write down everything, okay? I don't know, like hugging your dog for 30 minutes. Write it down, okay? And one more thing is to decide how long you want your morning routine to be. And you only have like 1 hour for a morning routine. Don't expect to like have a 2-hour morning routine. I mean, common sense, right? The problem with us is that we want to fit so many things into that 1 hour time frame that we have. So this becomes a very big problem. Like we become so overwhelmed. Then we read about like the benefits of like meditation, journaling, and so many things. You don't need like every single good thing, okay? Keep that in mind, okay? After you list out your items, you are going to allocate a rough amount of time that you feel you will need to do. For example, making bed is 10 minutes maybe, so you just put it 10 minutes. And then meditation, depending on how long you want it. If you are just starting out, I recommend maybe 5 to 10 minutes only. Shower, workout is the most important, I feel, so it's like 20 minutes maybe. You are going to write out the time you will need for each action. If there is an action that you are already doing, like brushing your teeth, putting your skincare by default, I would suggest don't put it as one of the actions, because like there's no point. Write down or list down the actions that you haven't already started doing. There are some things I just do by default that, like for example, drinking warm water. I feel that is very important to me. I already do that by default, so it's not inside. Or like brushing my teeth and like washing my face when I wake up and putting some form of like skincare. It's already set, so like it's not really part of like the morning routine that I will write down in my actions. Step 2. Choose your non-negotiables. So what are your non-negotiables? It is something that you must have at the end of this morning routine, but you can't choose everything. Maybe you will choose like up to like 3 for now, okay? I'm not saying that we are going to be like, only have 3 out of like 20 of like what we want in our morning routine. What I mean is just to choose 3 for now, okay? To start off. What my non-negotiables are: making my bed, doing a workout or a morning walk, and my third is either journaling or meditating. See, there's an option, so I don't have to be set on one because I don't have that much time. at this point in time, I will show you here what your list should look like. So you have all your items, and then followed by how much time is needed for each action, and then you are going to choose your non-negotiables. So I'll put here like star beside the actions. Okay, for me, these are for me. Okay, choose for yourself what you want, what is important to you, that you will end up feeling very satisfied. The next step, which is step 4, tie your new actions that you want to do with your existing routines. Like just now, I said that what you have already been doing is, for example, like brushing your teeth and washing your face, putting skincare, all that stuff. I realized I don't put sunblock, so actually putting sunblock is like one of my actions. So I actually tie it together with right after putting my toner and my moisturizer, I'll put a sunblock lotion, and then I will make my bed. Yeah, so they are tied together, and this is following a tip in Atomic Habits. The book is here. Yeah, in Atomic Habits, he actually suggested that if you want to build a new habit, you can actually tie it to an existing action that you already do. This is one of the tips that helped me the most. I actually tie so many things together. So right after I make my bed, I will change it to my workout clothes. Then I will go downstairs, get my water bottle, and I will fill it with warm water, and I will drink it while I am like wearing my shoes or whatever, okay? So I just do my workouts at home, or if you need to go out, then please do go out, okay? But think of the time is important, okay? If you want this to work, you have to make sure it is easy for you to implement. Step 5. Start with 1 or 2 new actions a week. Maybe like you have always wanted to make your bed. The feeling when you come home to a made bed, I feel it's very different, okay? So it's actually one of the things that I want to do the most. So I actually started off with only making my bed and doing workout. In between, like I will just automatically get water to drink. So end up like I have 3 things that I started off with. So choose the thing that you really want to do, like your non-negotiables. Definitely, if you can, start with your non-negotiables, okay? One action is better than none, okay? So just at least do one thing. Even you wake up and you just drink a glass of warm water, don't worry about the rest first, okay? So we're going to do that for 1 week. Step 6. You are going to record down what you have done for the week. Maybe choose something very simple, like maybe like drinking water or putting sunblock or something that you can follow for that week, right? And then you're going to record down on your notes app or whatever, or you can even write down if you want what you have done. If you have like drank your water, you have put on your sunblock, you have worked out, right? You are going to list it out, okay? So you know what you have done. Oh, this date, because we are very forgetful creatures, okay? How will you know how much you have accomplished? You will see how far you have come, okay? There is that little bit of sense of accomplishment when you look back and see like, oh, I have done this, I've done this, you know? It is actually good if you can also record down your energy levels and your productivity levels for that particular day when you have done that particular morning routine. So we want something that is practical and that will serve you. If it doesn't really help much or it doesn't change anything, right? Then maybe reconsider if you want it as part of your morning routine. So you're going to record and then you're going to review what you have done. So that is step 7. You're going to review what you have done for like at the end of the week. You don't even have to like really like review at the end of the week. You can like before the day ends, you just look at it and then you're like, okay, then you think maybe tomorrow I can start something off. And then this is the part when your brain is like, yeah, and then you know, start something new the next day. Reviewing is good. Okay, you plan and then you do the actions and then you review. This is an experiment for our bodies. So that's step 7, and then you're going to repeat the process. So that's step 8. You're going to add on 1 more thing or 2 more things the following week, and then you do the same thing all over again. Now I have some tips. These are tips that have worked for me. Okay, the first is to combine some of the actions. So for a very long time, I have wanted to listen to some kind of podcast. So how can I incorporate like this part, like short podcasts, like, you know, something motivational, and like it will help to get me you know, to wake up in the morning. So what I do is I actually listen to podcasts that will get me inspired for the rest of the day while I'm making my bed. This is the first part of my morning routine. So it will be good to combine some of these tasks so you can actually, you know, multitask. Second tip, to make sure that I'm not wasting time and then going back to scroll my social media and all that fun stuff, time wasting stuff. I actually set a timer for a lot of things in my life now, okay? Because I am a distraction queen. If I can be king, I will be a distraction king, okay? I will spend very, very long getting distracted on something that I'm not even supposed to be doing. I make sure that I have a timer set. So there's the technique, if you have a whole week to do like a certain thing, you will like take the whole week to do it. But if you're actually given only like one day, you will actually be able to finish the same task within one day. I can't remember what it's called. I actually wrote here to research the technique before I filmed the video, but I didn't. It does help on most days. The timer actually forces myself to focus on the task at hand. So I will set a timer for say like 15 minutes to do first part of my morning routine. The next tip is to start small. So for my exercising, okay, so I actually started off with walking on my treadmill for 10 minutes because like I don't want to do anything else. And actually I really felt quite good. After a while, I pushed it to 20 minutes. So I will do like, let's say Monday, I'll do a walk, 20 minutes walk. And then Tuesday, I will do a 10 minutes workout. And then Wednesday, I will go back to walking 20 to 25 minutes. And then Thursday, Friday, you know, alternate. So it's working out pretty much fine for me also. So I really like it. I feel like my energy levels are like way higher now than like last time. So some additional tips in addition to the tips that I just talked about. So one is to leave your phone outside your room before you go to bed. Hi from an alternate universe. Sorry, actually I realized that I got cut off. My battery died when I was filming the additional tips part. Actually, I missed out 3 points that I will just get into very, very quick. I've said like this current tip, right, is to leave your phone outside your room. How you can actually do this to get an alarm clock, or you can also use like one of those watches that have an alarm. Before you sleep, you won't be checking your phone. After you wake up, you actually have to walk over to where your phone is, and then you can, you know, you wake up in the process. And the second additional tip, it would be great if you can incorporate some kind of workout in the morning. So actually I just work out. Okay, I still have like sweat. Like I just had a 20 minutes run walk. If you don't incorporate anything else in your routine, you incorporate this, because working out or doing some form of exercise in the morning has boosted my energy levels like crazy. Okay, it is just so freaking amazing. Last time when I didn't know this, I feel really, really depressed in the morning. But of course, like my energy levels will still dip. So after I work out, say like about 8 AM, I work out, I can be productive all the way until maybe 3 PM. But after 3 PM, then I will be like back to like my mopey self. So you can drink coffee at maybe like during your lunchtime when your energy levels are most likely to dip. Before you get sleepy, you actually caffeinate yourself already, okay? So this is actually a tip from Make Time. The third additional tip is to get some sunshine into your room. If you don't have to wake up at like 5 AM when there's no sun yet, get some curtain like this, you know, like so that the sunlight will filter through and outside people still can't look in. So I don't actually cover with the main curtain. I cover with this one in the morning before I sleep. No one can see into my room because it's completely dark, okay? So if you actually don't have one of this, you can actually get an automatic blind installed. So find someone who does that. But for me, this works perfectly fine, and it's, you know, it's already there, so why not use it? Getting some sunlight into your brain, into your eyes, actually will signal your body to wake up. And this is a very good strategy for me also, because actually I can't really sleep very well when there's light. So my final additional tip, if you missed out an action or like something happens, it's okay. The sun will rise again tomorrow morning and then you will still wake up, okay? If you didn't do that particular action or task that you want to do it the next day. Don't stress about it. It's like everyone screws up here and there all the time, okay? Those YouTubers that show you their morning routine where they wake up with like a full face of makeup like Disney movie, that's not very true. Like, you have to set up the camera there also, right? No one is perfect. And all those like perfect morning routines that we see, they are not real. Our morning routines always have to change. Like last time, like in your 20s, like early 20s, you have this great morning routine where you feel very productive all the time and you're like, yeah, this is the way to go. And then like maybe you got married and then you have kids. Do you expect your morning routine to be the same? Like, no, it definitely won't be the same, okay? So what you have to do is to, you know, adjust. You know, we're gonna grow with life. You don't have a choice. We are humans. We are very adaptive. The only problem comes when we feel like we can't be like our previous best selves anymore. Like, we have to take a step back and look at our current situation and see what is the best thing that we need right now, okay? Maybe like I don't have the time to like do a 20 minutes walk anymore. Then maybe shorten it to like just 10 minutes or something, you know? Or like carry your baby while you walk. I don't know. We're just humans and we are just having a human experience on this earth. Definitely don't be hard on yourself. Treat yourself like how you will treat a friend who needs advice. Okay, so we're always kind to others, but never to ourselves. I think this is the end, and I hope everyone has gotten something from it. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video. Bye!